Hi, this is Cheryl back with you from Farmhouse Frugally. It's been a while. I had pinched a nerve in my neck and I have been a little bit quiet, but I am back. If you're new to this channel, you will find a multitude of craft items, many furniture flips, of which I have one for you today. We do tremendous dump hauls here in our town where we can take from the good tables anything that people leave behind. And then from those items, oftentimes I will turn those trash into treasure. This is also part of today's video. So thanks for stopping by. Now, I didn't get a great picture before, but I got two black small side tables covered in some kind of white wax that was never properly adhered. So first step was to sand all that wax off to the best of my ability. And while I did that, I recognized that these were made by the Gimbel brothers in Pennsylvania in, I believe, 1987. And they needed to be sprayed with a primer after I tried to get all that wax off just to give it a good base coat. Now, once that primer had dried, I put them into the house, and I have a custom Valspar color here. Nope, it's not custom. It's creme brulee. No, it is custom. Sorry, I mixed it. I mixed creme brulee with something else that I had at home. So sorry, it is a custom cream color here. But I just went ahead once that was dry, and I gave that a good wash and then a 3 coats. By the time I am finished with these tables, they actually needed 3 coats. I wished that I had had a white primer. That would have made life a lot easier, but I didn't. Gray was the only color that I had, so I wasn't sure how many coats it was going to take to cover that. This is a latex, not a chalk paint. It probably still would have taken 3 coats with a chalked paint. But in any case, I did go ahead and each day, because of my neck still hurting, I just wait a day, do it again, wait a day, do it again. So this was a process of a couple of weeks. Even though it's 5 or 6 minutes for you, it's like 2 weeks for me getting this project done in between a couple of other projects that I have been working on. And also I had a huge yard sale last week. That is just a bunch of stuff that I sold around my home. And then in the first week of September, I am actually going to have a home decor sale where all of these items that I have flipped for you over the past, probably all of 2022, have been taking up a tremendous amount of room in my home. I haven't been putting things in the consignment shop, so I decided I am going to put up a tent in the front of my home. I'm on a rather busy road, and have a sale, a home decor or an outdoor consignment sale or whatever you want to call it. And I am going to sell the antique desk and the side tables that I'm working on today, the blue half-a table that I did a while ago, the camp table that's oak, and the bread box, and all the other multitude of pictures and knickknacks and crafts and all kinds of things that I have done. So hopefully that will be a successful sale so that I can eliminate the amount of stuff that I have here in my home. So once I finished table number 1, I started on table number 2. I like to start with the tables upside down to make sure that I get all those nooks and crannies, especially here where there's a little bit of a detail on this table. Now, painting over primer is nice, but I did notice, I don't know sometimes if it's the brush or what, but I did have to sand a few times getting pieces of hair and this and that off of the paint before I could go forth. And I find that more honestly with a latex paint than I do with the chalked paint. And I don't know if it's because chalk paint is already kind of got a little bit of a rougher texture, but latex seems to pick up every little piece of hair and dust and everything else. So it is 100 and some degrees out this week, so I did put these in my living room on newspaper because there's no way in the heat and humidity that we have had that these were going to dry properly. So I did have to give this a day or so in between each coat just to make sure that that would be dry enough. Now, after the third coat of paint on these, I did take the hardware and had my husband take a, what do you call that? Some kind of a stiff metal brush to it to get those good and clean. Here's what they looked like before, and then primed in the gray primer. And then here is what they look like now that they are finished after I took sandpaper and distressed all around to let some of that dark color show through, because I think it just lends itself for this piece with those dark pieces of hardware. And I personally just like that look, especially if they're going to be tables that might get dinged up anyways. I like to go ahead and distress the edges. You don't have to do that part if you don't like that part, but I thought they're very small. They're a really nice size, so hopefully they will sell quickly in this sale. Once it's good and dry and nice out, I will spray them with a polyurethane matte finish to make sure that that paint where I distressed it especially doesn't lift up. But again, right now it is just too warm. Plus, it's a good idea to cure your paint 4, 5, 7 days, whatever, before you do that. So hopefully this is something that you like. If it is, please give me a thumbs up. I would love it if you would share my channel with others. I am having, for some reason, algorithms here in YouTube is just not loving me the way it loves some of the other crafters. So if you could share this, I would appreciate it. A comment, buy me a coffee if you'd like in the description box. And I thank you for stopping by. I will see you in the next one. Take care.